of loves to my peer group friends and juniors. Welcome again. You are going to learn some words in the English. For those, especially who are appearing in any competitive exams, it's a very good opportunity to learn few words to express the group of the words in a single words. You can utilize in your day-to-day use as well to improve your English level. Are you ready to learn? If you are ready, let's start without further ado. Many times what happens, we feel good. For example, for your preparations, you are quite satisfied that your preparation is well. But while appearing in the interview, you are finding that you forgot everything. In that case, I can tell you that uh, the happy feelings, the extreme happiness, that is called euphoria. For using in a sentence, I can tell you that the euphoria about the top performance in the exam were vanished the moment he got the exam paper, question papers. Understood? Number one is euphoria. And number two is associated with the moon. You know moon? In Latin words, moon is expressed as the lunar mission. Luna is associated with moon. But if I tell you lunatic, you may offend any person telling lunatic, because lunatic means the person is mad. Don't become lunatic and take the pragmatic decisions. So lunatic means the mentally unstable persons who doesn't know what decisions would be taken at which time. So first one is euphoria, second one is lunatic. Next, nostalgia. Suppose you are staying abroad, leaving your own country. At that times you feel very homesick. So feeling of homesickness is called the nostalgia. While while I stayed in Zambia many times because of the anxiety and because of the euphoria of of my country, of my home, what is happening there, I feel very much nostalgic myself. So you learned lunatic, euphoria, nostalgia. Another word, it's not known by the many persons. That is called the Westral. Westral is nothing related to the West. Westral is a person who is wasteful in the natures. That means the wasteful persons. Next comes agoraphobia. Agoraphobia itself is esoteric words. That means it is not known by the many people. In Greek, agora means the marketplace, openness. That means it's a special kind of fear, morbid fears of staying in the open area. Suppose you are quite habituated in staying in the apartment in the cities and the towns, and you feel alone while moving around the playground in a village. At that kind of feelings, I can tell you it's agoraphobia. Another kind of the fear, that is called acrophobia. That is fear of the height. If you are in the roof of a multi-storied building and you are looking at the bottom, at that times you are feeling very much of palpitations and the butterfly is playing in your stomach. It's called the acrophobia, fear of height. Next comes antidote. I think many of you know about the antidote. Antidote means something which can prevent the venom of the snake. Remedy for the poisons, antidote. But I can use in the other forms also. If you think that you can sustain with your misbehaviors, I have antidote to control you. Okay, that means the nuisance created by you, by your will, intention, I can prevent it by giving some preventive measure, by implementing some preventive measures. Okay, so that is the things. Aviary. You know aviation ministers, which is associated with the flying aeroplane. So aviary is related to the bird, the place where the birds are kept. That's called aviary. Okay. I was quite happy while seeing the Alipur Zoo near Calcutta in the aviary. And another word which is matching with the aviary. Let me tell you, very sweet words associated with the sweet. It's called apiary. Because apiary is a firm where you can get honey, sweet honey, you know. Next comes cavalry. Cavalry means the group of soldiers who are coming, moving on the horseback. Cavalry. So with the words related to the cavalry, let me express another word that is called the cavalcade. Sometimes what happens? For example, in the uh, coming 26th of January for India, it's a grand program in our capital, New Delhi. You'll find the cavalcade of the ministers and the guards for the foreign dignitaries who are coming to witness this grand event on 26th of January because of the special day. So that is called the cavalcade. So are you clear right now? Another very beautiful word which is associated with the demos. Demos means the people. Demagogue. Demagogue means a cruel type of leaders who can utilize the emotions of the people and they can play like a rebel rouser. They can incite the people against certain regime. They can incite the people for the regime change. What you called the Arabian Springs, which happened a couple of decades ago. So that is the demagogue. Credulous. Credulous means uh, something like the credibility, easily believed to others. Easily believed to others. Credulous. Okay, he is not that much credulous in this matter. Centenary. Centenary is a certain ceremony which is associated for the fulfillment of the 100 years. It was the amazing programs in our school for the centenary celebrations. Cemetery. Cemetery is a burial places. People paid respect to the deceased while burials in the cemetery. Next comes destitute. Destitute means the extreme poverty. I'm surprised the persons who own the lottery of the 5 crore rupees but turn into the destitute in the state of the destitute the few hours later because he couldn't control the money. Next comes glacier, the large mass of ice. It's a quite common word and it is quite associated with the global warming because along with the global warming, a large chunk of the glaciers they might create the havocs while sliding down from the top altitude of the mountain. And a lot of people can be harmed because of that. Mirage. From ice-clad mountain, I am coming to the desert place in the mirage. Mirage is the illusion caused by the refraction and the reflections. For those who are science students, you can understand. The mirage happens in the desert because of the difference in the different layers of the air in the density, and because of the total internal reflections, the mirage happens. Next comes panacea. Panacea means the remedy for the all disease, remedy for the all ailments. Is there any panacea to become fit? Or many people is behaving in the different way. Every person has different characteristics. It's very difficult to manage the people. As you need to apply your brain properly by studying the psychology of the people. So that's why I can apply this word panacea. There is no panacea for controlling people. You need to study minutely the situation and the characteristics of the people to manage. So panacea means which can cure all things, all disease. Next comes anyway, I think it's a lot of things. Okay, next comes, let me tell you that bedraggled. It's a very hard word. Bedraggled means wet thoroughly, maybe in the rain, or maybe you are submerged in some water forces in the water bodies. While walking in the rainy seasons along the field, I got slipped and found myself bedraggled in the muddy water. That means because I fall down, my body was full of water, and my dresses, my shirts, pants become all wet. I was bedraggled. So let me recapitulate all the words that described here. Agoraphobia, the fear of the open space. Acrophobia, the fear of the height. Antidotes mean the remedy for the poisons. And aviary, the place where the birds are kept. Apiary, the place where the bees are kept and the honey is produced. Cemetery is the burial places. Cavalry, the group of soldiers moving on the horseback. Credulous, easily believing others. Destitute, extreme stage of the poverty. Euphoria, the happiness feelings. The glacier, big chunk of the vice. Mirage, optical illusion because of the reflection and the refraction. Nostalgia, the sentimental stage of the mind, longing for the past. Wastrel and wasteful persons. Lunatic, mentally disturbed persons, mentally unstable person. And demagogue means rabble rousers, who can play with the emotions of the mind of the people and for some ulterior motive for himself in the wrong way. So these are all some words. So please see this video for your advancement in the vocabulary learning. It will be useful for your appearance in the competitive exam. Thank you. I will come again.